Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB. First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. For example, you can turn off or turn on your debit card as needed. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
And welcome back to the Davis Ford Pregame Show. We are joined now by head coach Sean Cannon. Coach, exciting, busy week it's been leading up to tonight with homecoming tonight. First, let's just quickly talk about homecoming before we get into Holmes there. Just talk about what it is to get home, have homecoming, have this atmosphere here in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, with the inductions and naming of the courts and renaming of the recreational center for Coach Ball and Coach Gray. It's an exciting time having all these inductees in the Hall of Fame, and it's just a lot of things going on with the homecoming court. But kind of thing I told the kids, I said, the reason you have homecoming is it's got to be centered around the football game, and and I know a lot of people have called this week wanting to come to the game, and so I think we'll have a great atmosphere once again here at home.
Well, that's great. Now let's talk about that football game. Got Holmes coming in, different look than what they've been in the past. Historically, last several years they've been more of a triple option. Well, they've new coach, new offense. They're more about throwing the ball. So talk about their offense that the Bulldogs are going to bring in tonight and what challenge it will present to us.
Yeah, that was the question I had. Well, Holmes still runs that double slot, don't they, like Army or Navy? I said, no, they went back to the spread. But, Coach Wood, who's been the OC at Scuba for a long time, and got out of coaching and hired him over there in the spring, and so they've totally revamped what they're doing. 4 receivers, 5 receivers. Kind of makes it a little easy, not necessarily easy, but easy for preparation as far as not having to worry about a lot of different personnel groupings because they're going to stay in 4 receivers for the most part the whole time. But statistically they're very good. Top 3 leading receivers in the nation play for them. Quarterbacks second or third in passing, and so if you kind of broke them down percentage-wise, they're probably 75 pass to 25 run. You look on the game tape, there's a lot of plays. I mean, it's I told somebody, I said, y'all probably get ready for a 10:30 ending, tonight because of the throwing so much. But they've done a good job. They've had some battles, with Northeast, and came on top of that last week, East Central, and so they've been in some some good junior college games this year, and so we're just glad and fortunate to get back home and be able to play them at home.
Okay, well, let's talk about our offense here. Had good showings by our wide receivers and running backs. Everybody's been working hard. Had a big game last week against Delta. Let's talk about our offense, kind of what you're expecting out of our guys this week to try to get that homecoming victory.
Yeah, it's been musical chairs on our side, that side of the ball this year. We get guys back healthy, and then guys go back out. But we felt like last week, at Mississippi Delta, that we could get up and be able to play Azarius some at quarterback, which he did some of that in high school. He was a quarterback through his junior year, and then and so we want to kind of work him in a little bit, and in a run type of package. And he got to throw a ball, which I really wasn't excited about that. He threw the pick at the end of the game, but that's the things you got to work through. Because if something does ever happen, you got to have a guy ready to go, and so I thought he did a good job coming in, but it kind of goes back to every week. What makes us tick offensively is being able to big play people. You look the other day when we hit a couple of wide open passes, and the momentum goes out of that other team when you're able to do that. And so it's important. You look. I remember I found a picture the other day in the field house. It was a 5-2 game or 5-3 game or something. And you don't win games like that anymore. You got to score points. This is an offensive age of what we go through, and so you've got to match score for score, and I think that's one thing that's going to be important for us tonight is we've got to finish our drives with touchdowns or field goals, and because offensively what Holmes does, it's a they're going to throw it around, and they've got good players too, and so very important for us to be able to do that tonight, and still be able to run the football. That's one of the things that's kind of a lost art sometimes, but I think we had 200-something yards rushing the other day, and so that's important to do that.
All right, well, let's talk about our defensive side of the ball. I did notice this week Darian Hobbs and Josh Pack both in the top 10 in the state in tackles. And just talk about what you're kind of going to lean on those two guys and as well as the rest of the defenders to kind of slow down this spread offense that Holmes has.
Yeah, I guess we talk as coaches a lot. And, last year you look at Hobbs, I don't think him and Peyton Ray came out of the game last year. And then, he's kind of the guy that makes – if you say the straw that stirs the drink, Hobbs does that for us. He's a very physical tackler, comes down, and predominantly for the most part, and I better knock on wood when I say this, but he's a guy that if something does break out, he usually gets them down. And so very important tonight. We got to put pressure on the quarterback. We got to play with our eyes in the right spot. As far as knowing where to drop and the things that we've worked in practice this week, as far as their scheme and where we gotta have our eye placement and things like that, and we've got to keep the ball in front of us. Just like I said about offensive, you got a big play. Then we got to eliminate the big play. You got to make a team, snap it again. You go back and look at last week's first drive. We're still on the bus asleep, but after that we got in and settled down. But we've got to be able to stone that momentum early and make them drive the long field. Defense is about making offense earn what they get, and so we can't give up anything cheap.
Okay, well let's go ahead and get into our keys to victory. Bank of Oklahoma keys to victory. What do you think it's going to take to get the win and move into sole possession of second place here in the North Division?
Well, you go back and look at the games that they have had some success in is kicking game. You go back to Northeast last week. Northeast punts the football. Guy catches on the -8 yard line, 92 yards to go, and runs a 92-yard punt back. Kicking game has been something that they found a way to manufacture points. They block punts. I think they blocked 4, 5, 6 punts this year. Just watch them on tape. Blocked one of East Mississippi's for a safety. Blocked 2 for Kahoma against Kahoma that set them up in great field position. And so kicking game is key because they do so much to make you work. A lot of times you play teams in our league that they're just going to return every punt and not worry about it. These guys come after, so we've had to work real hard this week on our punt protection to make sure everything was, sold up there. And you go back and look at how some teams have scored on them. They have a 15, 16-yard punt against Kahoma, and Holmes kind of looking around, just scoop the ball up, they go score. And so we've got to be able to capitalize on special teams opportunities. Second, can't turn the ball over, and you can't give a team extra possessions that you got to be able to have. You got to take the ball away. That's one thing that I've noticed, on tape, that the quarterback, he has a tendency to throw it to the other team, and that's the thing we got to be ready to do that. They had some turnovers last week against Northeast, and so forcing the turnovers, but then being able to capitalize on the turnovers we do get is going to be the second thing. And then the third thing is we've got to, the thing that I've challenged the team this week is, the what you just said about the second place in the North. Right now we're tied, and so what do you set yourself up for? You keep in that playoff position, and so that's key for tonight, because this is a big time division game that we got to win, that keeps our playoff hopes and being able to control your own destiny. And that's one thing you can only ask your team to be able to do that.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you for joining us. Best of luck tonight, and we'll be back with more on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Set text alerts to catch unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel, but with a high-tech touch. Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.